As far as, fighting the best Fedor ever, a lot of people talk about how he's on the downslope of his career. He's in his 40s, he's not as fast as he used to be, he's not as strong as he used to be. Do you listen to all that type of noise, or are you more focused on what he has accomplished and what he can accomplish?
I'm expecting him to be the best Fedor that's ever come out, and that's what I trained for, I'm ready for. We saw in this last tournament, the first two fights, he finished it in the first round, and I'm expecting that. I'm expecting to go out there and have a war. It's just that first round, and that's why you have to go into a fight like that. You can't go in thinking you're going to go out there and it's going to be an easy fight. So for me, I'm expecting the best Fedor ever.
Have you done a lot of analysis on a lot of his past fights and seen where some holes might be?
It's hard, guys.
It's like a weight cut.
I know, right? The guy got going.
But you don't have to cut weight because you're a heavyweight.
I know.
It's kind of unfair at this point.
It's good. I'm 2 pounds in. If I look at Fedor, and he's been dropped, like 3 out of the last 4 fights. I don't know in the second round where he's going to be, like, conditioning wise. So for me, it's just it's going out there and exploiting those things. But at the same time, he's looked great, man. He's gone out there and destroyed 2 great fighters in the first round. So what can you take from this tournament? I can't look at the film and take really much from it. I can take, I'm going to have a fight for sure the first round no matter what. It's going to be crazy. And from there, it's I gotta be dangerous everywhere. I gotta be dangerous on my feet. I gotta be dangerous on the ground. And put that pressure. And do I want him to be laid back, or do I want him to use his energy in that first round also? And so there's a lot of different variables going on in this fight.
And a lot of people have talked about Fedor and his legacy and how it's established and this, that, and so forth. But what about your legacy? What kind of legacy are you trying to establish coming over here, winning the light heavyweight belt, running through this tournament and facing what a lot of people consider the greatest heavyweight of all time?
Yeah, this is the pinnacle right now of my career. If I go out there and I beat, going out there beating Fedor is like, it's every fighter's dream, and it cements my legacy. He cemented his, but I respect all the Ukrainian and Russian fans. They're passionate, and I get to fight their man. I get to fight their fighter, one of the best of all time. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking to make my own story.
Ryan, many questions about it. So you could be the last opponent of Fedor's career, and how you feel it?
All the outside stuff I'm not really worried about. I got a fight coming up against that man, and for me, what he's doing with his career, he's already established. If it is his last fight, it's an honor to be part of that. An amazing experience, but for me, I can't let any of these outside things get in the way. I'm going out there and I'm fighting him on Saturday, and that's it. We're getting in a fight. So other than that, that's all I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about if it's his last fight or whatever.
So you're not nervous about it?
I get nervous before every fight. It's one of those things where I've got nervous before competition forever. Wrestling and all that kind of stuff, and that's how I respond, and that's how I fight well. So for me, it's just one of those things where it's part of the process. I feel like he's a dangerous fighter, but I feel like every fight is a dangerous fight. My last opponent, is a dangerous fight. So for me, it's no different.
For you, Emelianenko is the greatest fighter in the heavyweight in the history of MMA, or not?
Mm-hmm. Do I? Yeah, I think he's. There's a lot of guys I feel like that are up there as far as who can beat who, But as far as like an overall career and what he's done, yes, I do believe he's. Top 3 for sure, the greatest, and he's one of the ones for me that was one of the most fun to watch for sure. And so, like I said, it's an honor to compete against him and to be a part of his story and make him part of my story.
Thank you, Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you very much.